Alright, welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zafri with the craziest event of 2025. You better drop your like to signal to the devs that we want more events like this one here. We have the JINWOO birthday celebration level achievement event, but watch this is such an easy event. For a bunch of free SSR'S, yes a bunch, all we have to do is hit level 1 on JINWOO and level 50 to get not one but 2 free SSR selection weapon tickets of our choice. That is insane. So now we can lock in 2 free SSRs as of today's reset yesterday. You can see right here, it is the Saturday reset, which is in about, 12 hours from the making of this video. I am beyond shocked. The devs are pumping out some juicy awards, so make sure you drop your like and make sure you comment down below what weapons you plan on choosing. I'm very curious, but don't worry, in a few seconds I'll cover the best weapons to choose. If you're confused, if you're worried, I'll cover the best ones out there. This is a very amazing beginner event. You get legendary artifact full sets. That's honestly kind of crazy. Even right now, this will be beneficial. We get legendary core chests too. Dang. So we're getting a good start right off the bat. If you make a new account, now is a prime time to play. You get core material too, so overall, this event is what I call juicy. Yes, juicy. So these awards here are absolutely cranked up, but make sure if you want a bunch of bonus awards, you go to link down below and you support us for free. Yes, free. All you need to do is link your account and press the support button. There is no payment involved. After you support, you wait 24 hours, then you go to the top right, you press the My Page button, then you wait like I said, then this page here pops up, you scroll down, you can see here, my name should come up right down here, and you keep scrolling down. Under Receive Benefits is where all the brand new codes will go. We have gold, we have rune fragments, we have mana power extracts, essence stones, and more. We have 6 codes right now, 2 expired, so just support Don't Think, and you'll get all those juicy benefits sent directly to you. And a huge shout out to Vibs from when you first commented to our last video. Here is your shout out, bro, and enjoy that juice exclusive Discord role. Now let's jump into our weapon page so I can show you exactly what to choose if you do not have your plum, your demonic plum flower sword, all the way to advancement 5. You have to get this weapon. It is the best universal weapon in the game right now. But if you're focused on other game modes, such as the guild boss, such as the power of destruction when it comes to the dragon, you can get the moon shadow too. I'll leave that up to you to decide, but the plum can be used in basically every single game mode, from the battlefield time, to the dragon, to the story mode and other event modes, so make sure you get it. The plum is our pivotal weapon. It is used everywhere. You get all those stacking effects when you dash. When you use the weapon skill, it is just beyond good. And also the moon shadow though, honestly it's always a tie between which one you should get. They both have their individual uses, but do note they are staples to your kit. You have to get these weapons, so if you have your plum to A5, I would get your moon shadow next to A5. Very amazing weapon, but you have to consider one thing. When it comes to weapons you have, you technically can't clear all content game modes with just these weapons. You can though, but when it comes to Baron, if you're in that early to mid game stage, although these weapons are very good, they're not necessarily going to get you normal mode clears as easily as it would having this weapon right here, but it does depend on your skills. If you have amazing skills like Magnifying Slash or Sonic Stream, then these weapons here are just fine. You do not need anything else. You can easily clear the Baron normal mode or even hard mode without any of these weapons here, but it does make it just a bit easier, so do take note. Magnifying Slash or Sonic Stream is amazing using these weapons here, but having the DKDs, the Demon King Daggers, does help out. But if you're past that phase and you can easily be Baron normal mode, I would suggest transitioning to other weapons. We have our quarterstaff, which is one of the best weapons in the game. The only issue is the support weapon it has right now was an event weapon, so you can't really get it right now, which is unfortunate. The devs have stated though, you can get it later on, but do keep that in mind. If you have the plum though, you are good to go. The quarterstaff will obviously reign supreme. It is a phenomenal weapon to use when it comes to Deimos. You can of course go with the Phoenix Soul when it comes to Deimos too, but the main issue is you do need the support weapon, which is not our plum. It is actually the Fan of the Fire Demon, which means you have to get another SSR. So I don't really recommend going with the Fan or the Phoenix Soul when it comes to your mid-game to early late game weapon choices. It's just not ideal. I would say going for the quarterstaff is very good because You can also use it for battlefield time, depending on the game mode. It is a very good weapon, do not get me wrong, one of the strongest, if not strongest in the game, though the fire weapon combo does pretty much beat it out, but that is the combo, a heavy investment. So I would say when it comes to your weapon choices, just to summarize, the Plum and the Moonshadow and the Grimoire are always your staple choices, so if you're starting out, these are the best weapons to always go for, getting your Plum to A3 and A5, getting your Moonshadow to A3 and A5 as well, and your Grimoire to A1, then you can branch out, go with the Quarterstaff, go with DKD, and then it's kind of up to you from there. These are very good weapons to start out with. You don't necessarily need to get the Phoenix Soul or the Phantom the Fire Demon. There is no dedicated content right now where we need these weapons here, so I do want to, I guess, give you that piece of advice where the fire weapons are not needed as of yet. Even though it does make demos just a bit easier, it is not a requirement. You can get by just fine with using Quarterstaff and your Plum. It is honestly a very good combo and a cheaper combo, a very good alternative to the fire combo here. And besides that, I mean, there's weapons you should obviously avoid. The Scythe, the Longsword, Vulcan's Rage, Huntsman, Scatty, these are weapons you do not want to get. Even Zeke's Fragment, not a good weapon anymore. So those weapons you should avoid, and the fire weapons too, so I would say go with the list I mentioned earlier. Those are your best bets, but please make sure go with your Plum. And I guess for some of you already have all these weapons to A5. The question is, what should you get all the way to A10 next? Well, that's a pretty easy answer. You have to go for the weapons you use the most often. So the Plum, your Moonshadow, your Grimoire, these are fantastic options. You're using them in so many game modes. That means you're getting the bonus when it comes to advancement, which is, I believe, a 3% bonus to your attack, defense, and HP for every single advancement tier, so it's honestly ideal. Imagine all your weapons are at A5, then you get 2 free plums coming in, so a 6% bonus to your attack. Yeah, that is what we call, leave it in the chat, super duper juicy. But again, let me know in the comments what you plan on choosing. I'm very curious overall. I feel like a lot of you will probably pick the Quarterstaff or the DKDs because most of you have your staples maxed out, but if you do not have your staples maxed out, let me know what you're picking. Very curious. It's always good to have a reference point as to what people plan on choosing, but the devs are pumping out the rewards now. Before they were very stingy, do not get me wrong. They were very hit or miss when it came to the crafting and artifact event, although it was fine. It's not the worst event out there. The amount of resources you need and the amount of, I guess, grind you need for the tickets kind of sucks. They should have gave us free tickets, which they didn't, but it is what it is. At least they're giving us free SSR weapons. I'll take that any day over some artifacts, so artifacts are pretty tough to get to. And this event here as well, when it came to the dungeon exploration event and the gate exploration, these events just suck. I'm not even close to finishing it. My gosh, do you see this? I'm not even halfway. This will be a grind and a half. Yeesh, devs. You gotta make these freebie events easier. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of freeplay players cannot max this out. Though, I have to say, a lot of my artifacts are main lock, so that's fair. I'm probably more closer to the halfway mark, so fine. I'll give devs that. It is clearable, but still, give us more inventory slots, give us better events, and I guess, keep surprising us when it comes to these crazy events, giving us free SSR chests. I mean, we gotta say devs have been pretty generous when it came to the rune chest, the blessing stone chest, so again, I'll give them that. They're doing us justice. They're giving us awards, but fix the bans. That is one thing I want to cover in a future video where I do want to discuss what's going on because there's honestly a lot of room for improvement where we are losing players left and right for no reason and it has to be fixed. But that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Wow, we have 75,000 shadow energy. That's insane. That's pretty much it for today. Again, in the comments, let me know what you plan on picking when it comes to free SSR. I'm very curious again. The devs are pumping out these awards. But I have to mention again, speaking of awards, make sure you do not forget to support us. The link is down below. It is 100% free. That way, I can send you a bunch of juicy benefits like these codes here. When you go to your My page at the top right, 24 hours after supporting, you will get 6 codes sent to you. Those are only active codes, with 2 more coming out, so do stay tuned. But on that note, this is your Code King Zaf, signing out.